It's June 1st, which means we're doing a monthly recap of my gastritis healing. So for the month of May, I paused my gym membership just because I wanted to take a break from lifting heavy and because I was traveling a lot. So that's another important thing to know is I was traveling for 3 weeks of the 4 weeks of May, and I was eating out a lot and drinking some alcohol here and there. I had a total of 7 flare-ups throughout the whole month, which isn't great, but it's also not horrible. Most of them were very mild. The only one that was really bad was actually last night. I went to dinner last night in Lake Como and had a couple drinks throughout the day, and I think all of that just kind of compounded on itself and made me just feel really bad when it was time to go to sleep. But I still, for the most part, on a day-to-day basis, feel pretty good. I'm still taking 2 grams of sucralfate per day, once in the morning and once at night before bed, both times on an empty stomach. The other supplements I'm taking right now are zinc carnosine. I take that with dinner. I take DGL before my meals, and I take a probiotic. I kind of expected this month to be a little bit rough with all the traveling and all of the different foods I was eating. I'm no longer in a very restrictive phase of my life for healing gastritis. I consider myself in what I like to call phase 3, where you're trying to find a new normal, where most days I'm eating foods that are what I consider safe for my stomach. I'm also eating a lot of foods out. I'm not restricting myself. I'm going out with friends. I'm trying different things I haven't tried in a while. I'm just doing them in moderation and in very small portions, and making sure that if I am trying a new food, I'm not typically doing it for dinner because my symptoms flare up at nighttime. So lunch is always a good time to have the more risky foods. For the month of June, I'm excited to get back into exercising again. I have been exercising, I've just been doing very low impact exercises like Pilates and yoga and lots of walking, but I'm excited to lift weights again. I'm just gonna do it like 3 times a week, and the other days I'll stick with yoga and stuff like that. But I do like having a little bit of a mix, and I think because I've been healing my gastritis for so long, going to the gym to lift weights is not a bad idea. Past month was a little bit rough. It wasn't perfect, and that's kind of how gastritis healing goes. You're gonna have months that are worse than others. April, I was doing a lot better than I did in May, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So don't give up if you're dealing with a flare-up right now or you're feeling like you're not moving forward. You still are, but progress definitely isn't always linear.